rip.
Stick into the
So the TJT doesn't fit onto here, so I have my old stock crank that I slid this on so it spins, and I get it like this. So I spin it, and then I just hold an even playing field on this, and I'll just keep going down until the TJT slides on. Okay, so I have a nice, even, smooth sand on this. This is the TJT. That didn't take long at all. I just kept checking it probably about 6 or 7 times because I wanted to have no loose play. But as you can see, it's tight right against. If I can go top down. And then it spins really. There's no drag or anything, so worked out really good. Just like that. And then there's no play really in it. So obviously there's a hair room so it can slide nice, but yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I used 320 grit paper, folded it to the exact width so that way my pressure was even for the whole thing. And then, yeah, cleaned up nice. Okay, so this was the old variator bell that I put on there. The one that came with this bike, because this one's a single speed. I took, my buddy had a 2-speed, and so I took his and made this slide on there and fit and cleaned it up. Now I got to take the starter clutches out of this and put it on there. So I'm going to do that. So I had taken these out of this bell because I don't want to catch up or drag with the starter clutches. So I got to take these off and put them on here. Okay, I had to take out a lot of the in these for them to fit, and then you can see this. I had to sand down the tops till I hit the metal because they were pushing on the outer edge too. So there definitely was a little custom work. Sorry, the camera. A little custom work that needed to be done. Now I'm going to sand them, make it nice and smooth, and it should work. Okay, so I fixed the issues with that not sliding with the rubber dampers. It also, I sanded that down so this does slide and fits perfect without any play. Re-lubed the bearings in there, the seals are good. Took out the starter clutches and I adjusted the clutch in there with red springs. I'm going to run this setup. I do have an idea and a way I'm going to put maybe a stage 6 clutch in there. I have an idea or a design, but for right now I'm going to run this setup, get all the other kinks worked out or things before I work on that clutch in there. So I'll use the stock clutch but with the red springs. I'll put information in there, but yeah, this is all set up now. Okay, so this is the previous subframe. So I'm going to take this all off. I'll mess with this and the spring and other stuff later. I'm just going to get it hooked up so I can do a mock-up. I'm going to take the kickstand out and things like that. So, alright. So I'm starting to map out my electrical, figuring out where I'm gonna fit it up under here. So I put together the HPI parts, and how I'm gonna run this is I'm gonna turn this way, and I'm gonna put it up behind here in this space in the subframe. And so I'm gonna have to drill 2 holes through there, but I need to mark where it's gonna be, and then I'll do that. And then the line will stay tucked up under here and come right out down onto there. And then in the back here, I'll start to put my voltage regulator. Got this fuse, and this will go to the pump, which I think I'm going to put on the other side. Or I might drop the whole subframe, and there's a lot of space under here. I don't know. That's what I'm going to figure out. Because if I can put the pump down in there, I don't know. That wouldn't work. I have to have it up here somewhere, so it can easily go to these. But I'll figure this out. So I got this mounted now. Drilled those holes. Put this here, it's solid, and it'll be underneath my pan, and I'll run the cord right here, and it'll go. Now I got to do this. Voltage regulator, a pump, lots of stuff to tuck away. So this is just a mock-up. This is where I'm seeing that the pipe will come down, and then right there is where I'll cut and weld it down right into it. So I'll probably have to cut like an angle like that, you know, and weld up. But that should dip down. It keeps it pretty high. I'm not dropping too low, so tight to the frame. And then it'll sit right there like that. Might have to flare out just a hair to miss that bolt, or I'll use a flat bolt that I can hit right there and kick straight out. Pretty streamlined. But yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. So this is the MALOSSI water pump system that I'm going to use. It's electric, but it didn't come with any way to mount it, and there's not really like brackets on it. So I kind of came up with an idea. I'm going to use 2 of these, and then put these screws in through here, thread them down in these self-taps. I'm going to use a piece of black tube steel. That way then I can put a bolt in this to keep it tight against part of the frame. Here's what I came up with. And then this will bolt to the frame. So basically this is going to bolt up right here like this. And then one will go straight out just like the other one. And then that one will line up with the other one. It's also a nice reason to have these metal rails instead of the plastic ones, is you can mount things to them. So all said and done, this is what it looks like. So you can see the 2 bolts will be there, and they'll thread in through here and go on the back side, and then this mounts to this, and then this will I'll do a picture. So this tube needs to go into this part of the pump, and then this one needs to go straight out. So you can see the trajectory of flow for the water. And then this one will also be in line with that one. So it's kind of the same setup here, but on this side for my hoses. Puts my pump right where it needs to be. Upper mouth is back up. Okay, so you can see the pumps here. Look at these. They run parallel with each other. Right there, this one is going to come down. I might do an L brace right here, like not brace, fitting, so that way it can just shoot right up in. Or I might have the hose bent, I'm not sure. But either way, those two line up perfect. Both these will run the two lines that need to go up to the radiator up top. And then that's pretty clean, keeps everything out of the way. I can still get to this. So if I need to, obviously take the subframe off and drop it, I can. Okay, so I have like the pump that needs to be run and lights, and I have my power source right in here from the HPI. So now I need to put the voltage regulator in that I'm gonna run. So I'm gonna drill a hole right here and basically have this on the back side and just a bolt out here. And then all the wiring can be done. Like I said, this is the mock-up part. I'll get all of it where I need to go. Then I'll take off the top part of the frame, just have the subframe, get in here and do all my electrical and do the harness and run everything where I need to run it. But yeah, so you can see the voltage regulators down in there now, and that's what it looks like on the outside.